to buy products under state law that went into effect at the start of this year. Over 40 other dispensaries across the Commonwealth are already licensed and working on opening as well. Folks who are planning to send Christmas gifts through the mail this year don't have much time left to get those packages out. Officials with the U.S. Postal Service say tomorrow's the last day to ship Ground Advantage boxes and first-class letters if they're meant to arrive ahead of the holiday. Deadline for priority mail items is Thursday, and Priority Express packages need to be out by Saturday. Christmas Day is a little over a week away. Gas prices across Kentucky remain well below the national average. AAA says the average cost per gallon is currently $2.56 in the state. Meanwhile, the national average has come down to $2.91 per gallon. And Hoosiers are getting more time to enroll in two major Medicaid programs. The Indiana Family and Social Services Administration has announced the Healthy Indiana Plan and Pathways for Aging. Will have open enrollment through December 24th. The Healthy Indiana Plan serves low-income adults, and Pathways for Aging is for older adults and people with a disability. Find news, weather, and much more at owensbororadio.com. For Cromwell Media, I'm Rob Nichols.
One of the largest selections of in-stock furniture in the Tri-State is at Crandall's in Owensboro. Take advantage of our new lower prices throughout the store. Plus, we have a huge selection of area rugs. Buy today and take home today. Crandall's Home Furnishings in Owensboro.
Hi, this is Duke Brubaker at Champion Mazda in Owensboro. Winter is here, and so are the new 2026 models. Test drive a brand new 2025 with outstanding incentives like 0.9% APR for 60 months on new 2025 Mazda CX-50s and CX-5 Turbo Premiums. New 2025 Mazda CX-30s starting at $26,996, and new 2025 Mazda CX-50 preferred all-wheel drive hybrids starting at $32,987. It's the Mazda More to Move You Winter Sales Event going on now through January 5th. Learn more at owensboromazda.com.
Safety is key when replacing an outlet, so leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in the respective state or county.
And now, Western Kentucky weather on 102.7 The Game.
Here's your 14 first alert forecast. For the overnight hours, cloudy with a low of 34. On Wednesday, partly sunny during the day with a high of 52. Rain moving in late Wednesday night with a low of 42. Becoming very windy on Thursday, gusts of up to 35 miles per hour. Showers likely, along with a few thunderstorms. Some may produce hail. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons with your 14 first alert forecast.
J-O-Y.
From the Floor Concept Studios, ESPN Radio. All sports, all the time. Kentucky and sports leaders. 102.7 WLMP. 102.7 The Game.
Yes, sir, it's Clarence. Roger. What's our vector, Victor? Hello, sports fans, and welcome to
Lion Man 5.
It's Live at 5, and it's brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, FWHlegal.com. And now, your host for Live at 5, Stephen A. Turner.
What's up and welcome to Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree. Dedicated to you, committed to justice. That's FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner here in the Floor Concept Studios, joined by Coach Vic Evans.
What's up, man?
You know, it's Girls Top 10 Tuesday today, and you know
it is. I will
one step
say
closer to Christmas. Santa's right around the corner.
I will say I'm really getting used to you wearing all this green. It was Aces yesterday. It was Notre Dame today.
I have changed my
I put in my order
a little bit.
I put in my order today for a brand new shirt. Catholics versus the committee.
Oh,
they relaunched these.
Right.
There was somebody up there in Notre Dame that launched
Catholics versus convicts.
Yes,
That's
I have the original one. And it was somebody I saw it on Facebook the other day or Twitter. And then out there I saw a thing that they had paused orders and you got to go on a waiting list and like, you know, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, and they had the green that says Catholics and the committee was in red. I had to order me one.
Great idea. Great idea, man. But
right at Christmas.
Yeah, perfect. You can buy your Christmas gift
my own
for yourself.
Christmas for myself.
Yeah, that's what I have to do these days too, man. But now we're live in the Floor Concept Studios. Download the Owensboro Radio app. You can listen anywhere in the world. Follow along out there on social media. We're streaming out there across social media, and you can also stream us on iTunes, Spotify for the audio only. You can text us to the show, 270-903-0389, the Green River Area Federal Credit Union text line. And we got our guest of the game in the house here, QB1, Travis Holtree. Those are those golden pipes you heard a minute ago. How you doing, Travis?
I'm doing good, man. It's really good to be back. This is my first time in here. You know, and I've watched several, but, you know, to be here, I always say I got to be here more often. And then
You get busy.
I get busy.
It's life, man.
I guess the advertising works.
There you go. Well, not only that, your wife's out there winning pageant left and right. You became a pageant husband.
I'm a pageant husband, and that is a whole different day, for different discussion, man. That stuff is amazing.
It's crazy.
A lot of work goes into that, and people don't realize the dedication it takes. And it's a lot more than looking hot in a dress. It really is. So that's taught me a lot, and we've actually implemented some of it at the office.
I love it, man.
But Missy's done a wonderful job with that.
He keeps winning pageants. Travis going to be like a kept husband. He can take and retire.
That's right, man. That's
something else.
She's going to end up, taking you on these trips, man, before it's all said and done. But man, how you been doing? How's business going for you?
We're doing good. It's been 2025 was an interesting year. There's just a lot of changes in the landscape, the legal landscape in Owensboro and surrounding counties. We've made a lot of headway in the Madisonville area. Picked up a new lawyer that'll start in the beginning of January. We've tightened up our staffing in Owensboro some. We had a person that had worked with us for like 14 years, and she had left. Not really because she wanted to. There was some circumstances, and man, that hurt us. And we found out that we're going to be able to get her back, and that's going to be a huge thing for the firm starting in January as well. So we feel good about going into 2026. We kind of slimmed down a little bit, trimmed things down, and really are getting focused on what our attorneys are really good at, and so we're really looking forward to it.
Even Travis is using the transfer portal now. It's everywhere.
That's right. I got to figure out a way to get NIL money. But
there you go.
Just got to adapt and you roll with the punches, right? Your Cards have done that, man. As a Cardinal fan, it's a little brighter times for you.
Yeah.
I mean, especially through football season, and now especially into basketball season.
Yeah, basketball, they're looking really good. Tonight they have a true road test, and we didn't do too well against Arkansas when we had a true road test. That was, a little bit of a booger. But we go to Tennessee tonight. Tip-off's here in just a few minutes, really.
You can hear it on VJS.
Right.
Over Paul Rogers.
So I really think my assessment of them early, play hard, great defense. They can shoot the ball. They have so many shooters. I think we're a little weak down low. Frew is kind of emerging as the leader of the front court. The guy from Greece wasn't quite has not really been what I thought he would be. So we'll see that he's going to have to establish a second post player that's really everybody thought that it would be Ruth's, but he's hit and miss. He has a great game and then he just disappears, and your big man's got to kind of.
Well, this day and age, if you're going to be weak somewhere, I'd probably rather be weak on the post.
That's
the way the game is played.
Do that and be able to shoot the ball.
Until you play the Michigans of the world, and those guys look like trees, man.
Yeah.
They're huge, and so I think that's where they're weak. But Pat Kelsey, he puts a great product on the floor, and you run into so many people that say, I'm not a Louisville fan, but man, y'all's coach, and not just Kentucky fans say. I mean, I was talking to somebody the other day, and he was like, yeah, he goes, I haven't really followed Louisville that much, but man, y'all got a great coach, So Pat's just he's done a super job.
Dynamic, energy wise, a little bit nerdy, that kind of a lovable nerdy type deal, and you got to be happy. I mean, you guys went 2-0 against the Cats this year. You swept the football and the basketball.
Where he came from, I mean, where he brought the program from. I mean,
it wasn't
just
like
that
he
quick.
Came in and kept something great going,
right?
Which is hard.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But he came in and
we harder.
Were in the cellar,
dumpster fire.
You might as well not have anybody on the roster.
You're like the 5th best team and maybe the 7th best team in the state of Kentucky. I mean, you lost to Wesleyan.
Yeah, that was the
the rock bottom, right? The Jalen press conference, right? It lives in infamy, but no, the Cardinals are going real good, and getting ready for the holidays. You're getting ready for Christmas, man.
I'm getting ready for Christmas. We're doing ours a little early. We're doing it this Saturday, just so we can have everybody there. But we're finished with the shopping now. It's just the wrapping. So.
Oh, that's the tough part.
Yeah,
I wrapped at church the other night. I wrapped for about 4 straight hours, and now I've got a bunch of boxes at home, and I'm like burned out on wrapping. I don't know if I'm be able to finish. I don't know if I'm be able to get across the finish line, man. At this point,
I don't know. That 3-year-old will get you enough energy to get it done.
Yeah, you got PJ. I brought PJ into the studio. He's working
here.
on this, and I wanted to give PJ a shout out because his movie came out today.
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
Got to get the word out on that. You can stream it out there, man.
You can stream it, and PJ's done a great job with that. To know some of the behind the scenes story with how they, were able to raise some money for that movie, and just did a great job of talking to the right people at the right time and being patient. And congratulations to PJ. He's a huge asset to our staff. When you talk about people say, oh, well, we need a video for this or a video for that, and a lot of people, you're outsourcing that kind of thing and waiting. And we asked PJ to do it. He picks it up and takes off and runs with it. And he truly is. Everybody enjoys having him on staff. And he's been really sick lately, but I hear he's on the mend, so that's why I'm, stay over there, PJ.
Yeah, you can see PJ's outstretched arm. And don't worry, you're not bothering the stream. You can't affect the stream, but you can see him over there on the stream. And I know when you put a movie together, that is no small feat. So that's a big deal. A lot of stress goes into that, and it comes out today. It's like the culmination of all that hard work. So I wanted to give that a shout out. New Fear's Eve out there, the local project, and everybody in the community can get behind that for sure. But no, man, I know you came in with. I always like big announcements.
Yeah,
man. I really do.
We've had a few of those through the years, and we kind of have gone. Well, we were thinking about this for a long time, but when we first began in Owensboro as an injury law firm, we came on and we picked this phrase, one call for injury law. It was just easy to say, easy to use,
to remember.
We easy to remember. Put it on thousands of T-shirts. Put it on billboards. It's been on multiple radio stations, multiple radio commercials, and it really became what we remember. In fact, I was reminded of a guy that played high school football in the area. And he saw me the other day. He's grown, and he says, "Hey," he said, he goes, "Mr. One Call for Injury Law." He goes, that was on the back of our camp T-shirts. I mean, it's like, so they remember that stuff. And so we started talking, and like, how cool would it be, if we just said, look, for the first quarter of 2026, we're gonna bring one call for injury law back.
Gotta have throwbacks. Everybody has throwback unis now.
And what's cool is that we about 4 or 5 years ago, and PJ will remember this because he did a video for it, but we were able to get the phone line 2704 injury. And so now it truly is one call for injury law. All you got to do is dial 270, the number 4, and the word injury, and you're right to us. While we do a lot of other things well, injury law was what put us on the map. We became known as injury lawyers. You still drive by the office at 530 Frederick Street, and it says Owensboro's injury law firm, and I take pride in that. That means we've helped a lot of people. I work out at the YMCA, and my mom was in town for Thanksgiving. My mom walked through the lobby and like, "Are you Travis's mom?" And my mom said, "Yeah, I am." And she said, "Well, your son changed my family's lives forever." And she went on to tell the story that I had helped her in a car wreck case, and that she took the money from that and put it away. And both of her children went through school and got their master's degrees on the money that she got from the injury case. And she said, "I wouldn't have been able to do that without this," but now they both have master's degrees. So, we're proud of the lives that we've changed through doing our injury work. And we just wanted to kind of bring that back, the one call for injury law. And, and like I said when we were getting around, it's like, if Phillip Rivers can come back and play quarterback, we can bring back one call for injury law.
Without a doubt.
I would go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and make the statement right now that you're bringing that slogan back is going to be more successful than Rivers.
Well,
but I'll say that. He almost beat the Seahawks on the road in his first game back.
But they only had
took a last-second field goal.
He did throw more touchdowns than Mahomes did last week.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he threw more touchdowns than Philadelphia's quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, he's playing this week and Mahomes didn't.
Darnold.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, it's cool to be a part of a big announcement. I love the partnership that we have. Obviously, it's been so fruitful for us. I mean, when I first came, I was trying to think of the slogan when I first sat in this chair, what the slogan was, and that was probably it. That was
probably one call for injury law.
I remember when it changed. It took you about a month to get dedicated to you, committed to
There's
justice.
Still going to be times where I come in the studio.
Local, proven, trusted.
That was one. Yes.
I mean, there was no telling. I've messed up multiple things on the show. So there's more than I've gotten right.
We were in the conversation. I said, "Well, we're going to do this just to mess with Steve."
Yeah, I was literally talking about it the other day when we announced that you'd come back on for the year, and I was like, "Well, well, is the slogan going to change? We'll talk about that later. And here we are.
Knew.
I'd
said something.
It said something to us when we had our end of the year meetings that we have every year, and then we kind of teased it out there on a thing when you were talking about that.
As you can see, I mean, it's underlined on my sheet, and I copy and paste this daily, and it's been copied, and it'll be copied and pasted the new way.
Oh yeah,
but it's just when you're scrambling in here and we get to talking, also we're live, and
well,
it's just like a robot just computes out. Hey, dedicated to you, committed to job. Oh, that's not right.
Yeah, when I play host, whenever you got something going on or you're out of town, it just rolls off. It's live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, dedicated to you, committed to justice.
Even though it's changing one call injury law, it's still dedicated to you, committed to justice.
We're
right?
Staying,
so it works.
Yeah, the dedicated to you, committed to justice is not going to change. We believe that. And
it's not just a slogan. That's the thing.
That's how you guys work and live every day. And I think it's great for you telling that story too, because I think sometimes lawyers, there's always the jokes about lawyers, what do you call 100 lawyers at the bottom of the ocean? Good start, and that kind of stuff where you get
not enough,
right? Where they can get a bad reputation, or they get they're kind of demonized. But the work you do is absolutely changing lives multiple times over.
Right. And I want to say, we try to partner with the people we believe in in getting that out. You guys winning the award that you won, that means a lot to us. When we look at where we want to put our money, it's like we want to put our money behind something that genuinely is making a difference. And you can talk to high school athletes, and the fact that you guys have brought basically a local ESPN flavor to high school athletics, having media days and having coaches day, that stuff is just that we want to get behind that stuff. And to be the sponsor of Live at 5, it's not just something we look at and say, well, we got to do this again. It's something we're excited about doing. And let's face it, when you can hitch your wagon to an award-winning show, you hitch your wagon to an award-winning show. And so we are proud of you guys. And I know you have a lot to cover, but let me say this too. I was asked during the state championship game, which, by the way, go Red Devils. Man, that was a great night. I was asked, about how did you feel about the fact that Chris Rhodes was the primary sponsor for the game? I said, man, I love it. And they were like, what do you mean? I was like, well, first of all, Chris Rhodes and Rhodes, they do a great job for people. They're not one of these out there that I don't trust. Chris and his team are excellent. And if we're not chosen and somebody chooses Chris, I know they're going to get great representation. But what means a lot to me is that Chris sees the same thing, and that's the importance of local businesses, local radio, and trying to help our community. And it's not just, I would say that, like, we're the two law firms that do that. And then there's other small businesses that year in, year out, you guys can count on. They're going to be there. That is the fabric of this community. It's why I love Owensboro. It's why I every year, this is the easy decision to make. And sometimes when you look at the numbers, you're like, but we added a little bit more this year, and we have the great award that we do with the cup, and
it's going to be exciting this year on the cup. It's a battle.
So anyway, it's a great partnership. We're excited about 26 bringing one call for injury law back for no other reason than to mess Steven up on the intro.
Well, and he is so right about Owensboro, and you've known Chris forever too, and how they really feel about that. It'll never forget me going in when Travis was calling games with me, and I didn't even think about it. We go do our first Owensboro game, and Rhodes has always been the Owensboro Player of the Week sponsor, and they do they get a live mention and a live read. And it comes up, and he just kind of laughs. I was like, do you want me to read this? And he's like, oh, no, I'll do it. And it was Travis Holtry doing Chris Rhodes and Rhodes live reads.
So that's a crossover, man. People love crossovers.
I think what's good, Chris and I mean, we both, have come from athletics in our background. We're both very competitive. But there's a respect for people that do things right. You look at quarterbacks in the NFL, that they respect each other because of the job they have to do. And, while we want to flourish and while we want as much business as we can get, there's enough business in Owensboro for two good law firms. And hats off to them for doing it right. And I respect them, now I'm competitive and I want to get cases, but genuinely it does mean a lot that they're here in Owensboro as well.
Yeah, man. And people ask me all the time, like, how do you get to do that? Like, how did that happen? And I'm like, well, we had a title sponsor, Foreman Watson Holtry, and they just supported it from the jump, and without them doing it, it would not have been possible.
Yeah.
It never would have got off the ground. So you were in on the ground floor, and the stuff that you've done here. Anytime we need anything, we're about to, maybe we need something sponsored. You're always the first one to call because you guys support the community, like you said. So it goes both ways, and so that award's not just me and Vic. I mean, it's all the partners that make this possible. So
we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, appreciate you too, man. And as we get ready to reflect a little bit on 2025, look at this football season. Number one, you're gonna have to pick up on the picks, man. I mean, I don't know if you're letting pick in the office, Warren. I mean, he let you down a little bit.
It may have been your worst year ever.
It's like you're the QB, but your left tackle sure didn't block very well for you.
I took over. We were in the basement. I got us up 4 from the bottom.
You did.
I just didn't have enough time. I ran out of time.
He's out there playing with Justin Hebert's offensive line.
He took over play calling duties from his offensive coordinator. And was like, all right,
give me the play sheet, man.
Who's winning the college football playoffs?
Oh wow, I don't. I've two. I have Oklahoma possibly.
Oh,
yeah, and Oregon. I like those two. I think it's gonna. I
don't be wild this year.
I don't think it's going to be IU, and I don't think it's going to be Georgia. For some reason, I have that there's going to be a team that sneaks in there.
It'd be good for college football if it was somebody. If it was somebody like an IU or an Oregon that hadn't won.
It's going to hurt my heart if it's like that though, because I will always think Notre Dame may have had a shot.
Oh, Notre Dame does have a shot. They did have a shot.
I feel like they would have had a shot at it if they were in there. But
I'm picking that that's more with my heart because I just do not want to see another Georgia SEC.
I agree.
I hope that Alabama gets beat by Oklahoma, but a lot of IU fans really want to lay it on Alabama. So I think.
Yeah, man. We talk all the time about just wanting to be relevant on a state level. 2 teams from Owensboro in the state championship game in football. You've got Grayson County and Davis County in the top 15 in the state in basketball.
Not only that, the regional tournament's going to be outrageous this year. The boys' side's going to be incredible.
It really is.
From front to back, I mean, this is going to go down, I think, as the best year that we've had.
Yeah,
2015 was pretty darn good. That's when we first started doing the Homer show, but now this one's gonna rival it.
Don't forget, even when you turn the page and you go into baseball, if you're kind of really good at the school year, with Catholic, who's going to be a top 10 team in the state, Breck, who's going to be really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Apollo's always good. Don't discount Meade, the defending, the regional champion. It's going to be a loaded baseball regional tournament too,
which really opens the door for that Foreman Watson Holtry Cup, right?
That's exactly right.
Goes right down to the wire.
That's always fun to go hand that out, and I like going to different places. So in this year we may.
We very well may.
Yeah.
I think it's really important to say one more thing about Owensboro. I know it's probably you all have talked about it a lot, but I want to say, as we give kudos to coaches like Pat Kelsey for going in and turning a program around in 1 year. Well, Coach Ganaway, when you come into Owensboro, not that they were a dumpster fire, but he comes in and loses right out of the gate, and everybody's like, "Oh no, what's going to this is and he wins a state championship, and just the whole season you could feel the momentum gaining and gaining and gaining, and when you'd watch them, they played good football. It wasn't that they won on a fluke or that they were a dominating force, and so hats off to Coach Ganaway for first year success. Is unbelievable.
No doubt, man. And you can come in more often, man. I know we say that every time, but you stop by. You're out driving around one night on your way home. Just stop by and talk some ball.
Anytime.
We'll make a commitment with the one call for injury law. In 26, I will make it to my monthly, live at 5 radio show appearance. So there's 22 shows a month. I got to make it to one.
Yeah, we're going to twist your arm, man. But thanks for all you do, man, and looking forward to carrying it on into 2026.
Thank you, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless.
You too, man. You too.
That's Travis Holtry, Foreman Watson Holtry, QB1. When we come back, we'll do a little Owensboro Health Girls Top 10. It's live at 5, 102.7 The Game.
When lives are changed due to injuries or death resulting from personal injuries, Aggress Legal Representation is critical to obtain a winning result. Foreman Watson Holtry has a proven track record of winning thousands of personal injury cases throughout our region and beyond. Find out why we win our injury cases. Foreman Watson Holtry, dedicated to you, committed to justice, fwhlegal.com.
Winning, picking, and grinning.
All in one place. New Chevy Trax, $23,495 or $299 a month.
And with non-commissioned product specialists.
There's no fiddling around. New Silverado Crew Cab, $39,990 or $499 a month. DonMoreChevy.com. Scan the code.
You're saving for the future, buying a new home, or need a loan. We've got you covered with competitive rates and personalized service. Join the community that cares about your financial well-being. Visit Green River Area Federal Credit Union at one of our 3 locations in Henderson, Greenville, or Owensboro and experience the difference today. Your money, your future, your credit union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Southwire in Hallsville has been family-owned since 1950 and strives to be generationally sustainable for years to come. They are one of the leading manufacturers of wire and cable used in the transmission and distribution of electricity. Southwire delivers power to millions of people around the world. Their mission to be a preferred provider of solutions to the electrical industry by providing innovative products and services with exceptional quality and delivering on our promises. They also are proud supporters of all Hancock County athletics. Go Hornets!
Van Atten's award-winning Pitmaster barbecue sauce. From backyard grills to big events, they make it pit perfect every time. Their food truck and catering can bring the flavor straight to you. And here's a thank you to our hometown heroes. With valid ID, veterans, police, firefighters, and EMS get a free drink with a purchase at the food truck. See where they're serving next, shop the sauce, and book your event at VanAttensBarbecue.com. And follow Van Atten's Pitmaster barbecue sauce on Facebook. Van Atten's, where flavor wins.
So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and the lineage of David. He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in clothes, placed him in a manger, because there was no room for them. In the end, Merry Christmas from Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com.
Trying to find the perfect gift for the horror fan in your life? Then visit Ghostly Productions. From masks and decorations to collectible figures and movie prop replicas. Visit Ghostly Productions, open all year round.
Let's get back to Live at 5 with Steve and Coach on 1027 The Game.
Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner.
Whether it's one item or 100, Pat Hayden Moving gets it there safely and stress-free. As a proud alumni of Owensboro Catholic, Pat Hayden Moving is honored to support the ACES on the field, in the classroom, and throughout the community. Big move, small move, we've got your back. One item or 100, we'll move it for you. Call Pat Hayden Moving today and support a business that supports Owensboro Catholic. Local, loyal, on the move.
That's a Pat Hayden Moving Company tackle for loss.
There you go. There you go. A little extra spot in there. It's all right. Never hurts.
We're in here, doing lots of live production now for Live at 5, and, it doesn't take much to distract me. But, hey, let's forget distractions and focus for one moment, because there's a big thing we want to talk about. It's Shelter Santa, one of the most important things we do all year.
Yeah, we've got some. We still have some that are available to be adopted. I think we're taking the presents on like the 22nd, so you have time to go out and get your shopping done. Adopt a list here, or come and let Kristen do the shopping for you. But, you're looking at here's a 16-year-old male, 2X hoodies and jacket, 32, 34 jeans, shoes, boots, likes hunting, fishing, anything outdoors. You got a 3-year-old female.
Sounds easy enough, right?
Yeah, and then you've got, a 2-year-old male here that wants anything with educational learning toys, busy board for toddlers, Bubble and Squid.
Lava lamp.
Yeah. You got a 9-year-old male here who's into drag racing, remote control cars, 10, 12 on the hoodie size. 6-year-old male, Spider-Man, RC remote control cars, pants, shirts. just and it's all over. These are all the kids that are living in the shelters. Here's an 8-month-old female that needs to be adopted.
So you're talking about going all the way from 16 years of age to 8 months old. I mean, you can get it covered. And if you don't want to do the shopping,
Kristen will do it for you.
Know, and you can just contact us here any way you can.
685 was it 52 or 685-5200? As for Kristen, you can come by 1115 Tamarack Road.
That's right.
Get that done. Listen, we just want to make sure that even the kids, every kid in Owensboro, even the ones that are living in shelters, that no fault of their own, wakes up with the Christmas miracle under the tree.
No doubt. And definitely going to pump that every day because we want to get that covered for the community. We just had Travis in here, and that's what this is all about at the end of the day, is supporting the community, not to come in here and stroke our ego.
And the less fortunate that are in the community.
100%.
Like I said, and it's just they all deserve, like I said, every kid deserves.
That's a good day, too, when you get to go drop those presents off.
Oh, it's the best day we do all year. And we don't even see, and that's what people don't, we don't even see, because they're in shelters, you want to protect them.
Yeah.
So this is just us dropping them off. It's not like we're handing them out to the kids. They're going to give them to them on Christmas Day, however they do that. It's just the fact that that, as you said, anywhere from 8 months to a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, listen, they're going through maybe the toughest time they're ever going through their life, and this will hopefully bring them a little bit of joy and a little bit of Christmas magic.
Absolutely. That's Shelter Santa. To be sure and hit us up here. Whether you want to go shopping on your own or let Kristen do it, we can certainly make it happen for you. We're going to move it over to the girls' basketball side of things. Before we jump into the Owensboro Health Top 10, kind of set the stage a little bit because we had some games under our belt, and this is really our first in-season Top 10. Some teams outside, we'll start in Indiana. Tell City's off to a 5-6 start. Have dropped the last two. They're at Tecumseh on Friday. Shout out to Reese Ford leading the team with 14 points per game. And then Kendall Lane, 12 points per game, 2 in double figures for the Lady Marksmen. And then the Lady Commodores. Now, getting information about the Lady Commodores is probably going to be a tall task, if I'm being honest. But as far as individual scoring goes, it's going to be tough sledding. But they're 6-3. Right? I mean, they have lost their last two, West Washington and Crawford, and I expect they'll be favored tonight at Pike Central. But, man, it'd be nice to get some stats. So if any coaches or anybody associated with that program,
at times it can be like –
you can just hit us here. I mean, they're like – Perry Central might as well be on the moon. I mean –
it's like they're being run by Kim Jong-un or whatever.
There's not even a roster on Max Preps, man.
Football was the same way. I got more information out of the football teams out of North Korea.
I'll just search, Twitter search, Perry Central girls basketball, Perry Central basketball. Like nothing. There's nothing out there. I mean, it's like no one's covering it. I don't know. It's like the Bermuda Triangle is back over there in Perry Central, but they are having a good season, 6-3. How about Hancock County moving back to Kentucky? 1-2 start. They in the initial top 10. They play Cloverport in action tonight. Owensboro, right? They're just a couple years removed from a third region title. They're sitting at 1-2. They're at Grayson County on Thursday night, something to monitor. And then really outside of Perry Central, the first team outside of this poll is the Trinity Lady Raiders.
Yes.
5-2, got an 81-54 win over Union County.
That was, to me, an impressive win. You just come off that, that tournament they played in and they won, but then to go out and handle Union the way they did, I thought was impressive.
I mean, you know about Ryland, Missouri.
I had them in my 26. Top 10. Just letting you know, White. So I had you in my top 10.
You look in there and you're going to have to take a good one out. And there's going to be good teams probably in the top 12 all year long. Ryland, Missouri, 26. Presley, Missouri, 25.
Yeah.
I mean, those two are in a competition to see who can outscore each other while helping their team win.
That's a good one. It's a good competition to be in.
Sophie Hatfield pitched in 12. They're at Warren Central on Thursday. Let's move it to the Owensboro Health top 10 right now and kick things off with the Butler County Lady Bears sitting there at number 10. They're 4-1 on the season and got a win over Muhlenberg last night. They did get that big district win over Trinity, which for me was kind of the separator that put them in the top 10 and Trinity right on the outside. It was a close one, though.
Yeah, I had Trinity at 9. I had Trinity at 10. I had Butler 9. For the folks who are going to listen or watch on the live stream, this was made before all results of last night. The graphic was it's got Butler. There's only a couple teams, but it's got Butler at 3-1. We know they're 4-1. The graphic was made. It was already put into our system. Didn't want to make Dime do more work.
Yeah, Dime is out there working hard. Trust me. How about Ava Wilson? 18.2 points per game, 12.2 rebounds per game.
We said she was a double-double machine.
Yeah, no doubt. First team all-area candidate for sure. Anne-Marie Skaggs, 15.5 points per game, and Carly Cardwell at 13.5 points per game. They got a Friday, Saturday at Clinton County. They play Clinton County, Livingston Academy, Tennessee, and then Caverna. So 3 games that the Butler County Lady Bears will have a good opportunity to win. If they can get to 7-1, it'd be an incredible start. At number 9, we're going to keep it in the 12th district. We've done Trinity, Butler, and now Edmondson inside the 12th district. To me, it's the best district top to bottom in the region. I don't think you can really dispute it.
If you look at the scores of that first Friday night where they were all playing, especially on the girls' side, it was tight. 2 really good games. Yeah. I just think every game in the girls' side this year down in the 12th is going to be like a GMAC battle.
Yeah, no, it is. The thing's wide open in that district tournament. It's going to be crazy. Edmonson County's at 3-2. They're number 9 there. They lost to Franklin Simpson, and then that loss to Grayson County inside the district on Friday. They bounced back, though, and defeat Owensboro 55-43. One of the best players in this region, Carrie Ann Williams, 18.4 points per game, 14.5 rebounds per contest, and she's getting help, man. Souders at 17.2, and then Addison Spainhoward has stepped forward with right at 11 points per game. They host Warren Central tonight, and then South Warren on Friday.
Was it the Owensboro game that she went for like 20, 18 boards and like 9 blocks or something like that crazy?
I think she's had 2 or 3. They've
triple
had
doubles.
5 games. I think I've seen she's had 3 triple doubles in the 5 games. I mean, and that's just going to happen all year. That's just what she does: paint protector, scorer, and rebounder for Edmonson County. Number 8 will be South Spencer, 6-3 on the year. They defeated Perry Central over in Southern Indiana so far this season. They did lose their matchup to Heritage Hills, so it kind of gives you a little apples to apples inside the top 10. They did beat Pike Central, who plays Perry Central tonight. They 56-35 in that win, and they've got Gibson Southern tonight. Alexis Harris leading the way for the Lady Rebels, 20 points per game on the year for South Spencer, so a great start.
No, that's a school record earlier this year.
Yeah, she's a baller, man, and just looking for some more consistency around her. It's kind of balanced around her after that, but South Spencer always tough over there in Southern Indiana.
Yeah, and I think I was going to look up their schedule quick because I thought they played
because Harrell was busted earlier.
Yeah, I think they play a couple. Of course, they play Apollo this year. Later on, they also play Trinity, and they also play McLean. South Spencer does. So we're going to get this year, unlike in the past, because like even on the boys' side, Heritage Hills is playing Davis County. We're going to get some apples to apples comparison on these.
I've never really understood why our Owensboro teams don't play South Spencer in sports more often, because I mean it's literally closer than any other school. I mean outside of Trinity, I mean any other school.
And in basketball, RPI really doesn't come into play on anything.
No, not really. I mean not now. I mean not yet.
Yeah,
anyways, I was trying to get to, but no. South Spencer checking in at 8. Let's move it to 7, and it's Henderson County. They're 2-4. Henderson County always is at the top of this poll. So, I mean, I don't know. This is one team I have no gauge on, to be clear. They did defeat McCracken early in the year, and they lost to 3 out-of-state teams. So it's hard to penalize them for that, including Castle, who hammered them last night. Castle's just good. They beat Catholic pretty good to open the season as well. They host Mater Dei tonight, so we'll learn a little more about them. Atilia Green leading the way with right at 16 points per game, and she's the key returner for the Lady Colonel.
Well, there's another one who's out right now, not coming. She hasn't played yet because she's coming off an ACL injury. They expect her back at the start of the new year. That will be a big help. And I was trying to, and that'll be a big thing. You lose someone, and it's Gibson, Brooklyn Gibson.
Okay,
so she hasn't played yet because she's coming back, and she's a big time returner.
To be voting in a poll.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
It's like Brooklyn Gibson's a big loss.
It's a huge loss.
She's a huge game when she returns.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a young lady,
double type player.
Yeah, and so I think they're expecting her back, somewhere in January. And when we talk about a huge loss, you look at it, all she did is average 13.4 points per game last year, and like 4.5 rebounds. And so it was going to be the leading returning scorer. She tore her ACL late in the season last year. And so I think everything I've heard is January is when they're expecting her to come back, and that will be a huge gain for them and put them right there in the hunt in the second region.
No doubt. And as wide open as the third is, and Southern Indiana being the way, they're a team that could very easily jump way up in this.
No, without a doubt.
rolls along. At number 6 is another team that matches that description perfectly, is the Breckinridge County Lady Tigers, 2-2, sitting there at number 6. They did defeat Meade in the district contest on Friday, 56-45. Radzewski with 21. She's leading them on the season, right at 15 points per game on the year. And then Elizabeth Grimes had 10. Grimes is right there at 11.5 points per game so far through the first 4. For the Lady Tigers. Mitcham and Mormon contributing as well, 7 and 6 points respectively. And the big game really early in the season, measuring stick game, is at Davis County tonight. Lady Tigers take on the Lady Panthers in action tonight. And it doesn't, I mean, it's a good practice for both teams. It doesn't mean a ton, but it's educational for us.
It'll mean a ton in the Owensboro Health Top 10 the next time in a couple of weeks. I will say that.
Mean a ton,
but you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all about getting better, and I think those are both teams,
Breck, to me, though, is a team like all through the summer and through the fall, in your mind, you just said, okay, this is going to be the best team. They have the most returning. Though they had, they did lose. I think Todd was in our group chat, said don't underestimate the loss of Huffines. I mean, that's a big loss.
It's a huge
interior,
yes.
And getting those easy, it kind of opened everybody else up a little bit. And so, and they've had a couple other situations, and now you're dealing with some middle school players having to get some time. So, but if anybody can figure it out, it's Coach Mormon.
Yeah,
I fully expect at the end of the day, where they're at in this poll, I would bet money they'll be in the Final Four. They always are.
Here's the thing, too. Breck always loved to get out there and get in that 2-2-1 zone trap and put pressure on you. And even when you broke it, get in your face.
Yeah.
But you always had Huffines in the back being the rim protector. Like if I'm guarding you one-on-one, if I know I got Huffines back there, I can really get in the grill. And if you go by me, I'm okay. I think they're missing that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to pause it because we got to get to the top 5 when we come back here live at 5, 102.7 The Game.
PSC Fiber is building the region's fastest fiber optic network to deliver essential internet to Perry, Spencer, and DuBois counties. With the customer service and tech support you expect from neighbors, access to high-speed, reliable internet has a positive impact on economic development and social well-being. The ways we communicate have changed a lot in over 70 years, and PSC Fiber is always leading the way. Call 800-511-4899 or visit us at pscfiber.net to see how PSC Fiber is here for you.
Hey y'all, it's Kellyanne Harris with the Harris Group at Keller Williams Elite Realty. As a proud sports mom, I know what it takes to show up, stay focused, and deliver results on the field and in real estate. That's why we're offering our Guaranteed Cash Offer program. We guarantee to get your home sold or we'll buy it. For all your real estate needs, trust the Harris Group. We're always ready to go to work for you. Call us today at 270-929-5857 for the details.
When you work at Commonwealth Road Products, it's not about just making things possible, it's about making things safe. People who work at Commonwealth Road Products believe staying safe begins with me, bringing a not on my watch commitment to work, home, and play. Let's keep our kids safe when they play sports. Make sure their equipment fits right and works correctly. Pay attention to the temperature when outside and stay hydrated. Join us in saying no one should ever get injured, not on my watch. Commonwealth Road Products is a proud sponsor of Hancock County Sports Broadcast.
Hi, this is Duke Brubaker at Champion Mazda in Owensboro. Winter is here, and so are the new 2026 models. Test drive a brand new 2025 with outstanding incentives like 0.9% APR for 60 months on new 2025 Mazda CX-50s and CX-5 Turbo Premiums. New 2025 Mazda CX-30s starting at $26,996, and new 2025 Mazda CX-50 preferred all-wheel drive hybrids starting at $32,987. It's the Mazda More to Move You Winter Sales Event, going on now through January 5th. Learn more at OwensboroMazda.com.
Local sports at its finest, live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. Let's move it back into the Owensboro Health Top 10 here and go to the Heritage Hills Patriots there. 8-2, the Lady Patriots are. Won 7 straight games as they entered the top 5 this week. They beat Southridge last night. Handley, I should say. Mia Belcher, 18.3 points per game. And then freshman Isla Cress, 10 points, 7 rebounds per game. The freshmen doing work. They're at Memorial next week. I think that's the only game they have before Christmas on the schedule. But 8-2, Heritage Hills.
8-2 playing well. Here's the one thing I keep hearing, Steve, is, you talked about how tough football was for the ESPN Owensboro All-Area team.
Oh, yeah.
Basketball is going to be pretty tough too on the girls' side.
No, it will.
Because I mean, you got you've got Heritage Hills, a couple of ladies that ought to be right there. You're talking about the big time scorer from South Spencer. I mean, to add what we already have here, it's going to be tough.
No, it is, and I think that spots are open.
Yeah, they are.
You play your way onto the team, and no favoritism. Just got to have the best season. Put the 5 best on there, maybe 6 best. Sometimes you get that player of the year.
Sometimes
5 other. That may be the case if we can't settle an argument. But it's going to be tough. At number 4, Grayson County, 5-0 on the season. Wins over Hancock, Meade, Ohio, Edmondson, and Muhlenberg. And they're led by Bree Jones, 17 points per game. And that's not really the story. I mean, Bree, 17. That you would expect
it.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, she's a candidate for ESPN Women's World First Teamer. I totally expect that.
They lost some supporting cast, right? So who's going to step up around her? How about Peyton Bowman, 16.2 points per game, and then Hannah Smith, 8.2 points per game, but 13.5 rebounds per game.
To me, that has been the biggest, I would say, shocker of the early season. Is not that Grayson's playing well, but I didn't expect the supporting cast of Bree Jones to be playing this well.
Yeah.
And if they keep that up, I'm on here to tell you, this team's a legit contender in the 3rd region.
I think
if their support around Bree is like this all year, they're going to be right there.
Coach McClintock's as good as it gets.
Oh yeah, he does a great job.
Gets, no doubt. And they host Owensboro on Thursday and at Greenwood Friday. I mean, there's a legitimate chance this is a 7-0 team as we go on the air on Monday to talk about what happened over the weekend. Let's move it to number 3. Another team I'm bullish on, have been all year, is the McLean County Lady Cougars. They're 5-0. They beat Madisonville, Central Hardin, Todd Central, Union County, and Muhlenberg in the district play, and they host Ohio County tonight.
Yep, it's on 97X. The doubleheader is.
And if you win tonight, you're 2-0 in district. So if you're really probably one win away from being able to put yourself in a good position to not have to play in a play-in game to get to the regional tournament.
Well, 2 things. I think they do win tonight. I think they win big. And then the other thing I'll tell you is they're not losing the 10th district game. They are by far and away the best team in the 10th district.
I agree. Yeah, but I think it's not really that close. I mean, the keys for me this weekend. How about Davis County and McLean? All of a sudden, does it turn in from a good story to, okay, this team has a legitimate chance to go win a region? I'm in the firm belief they are. I think this team has scores across the board for McLean.
They're probably the best offensive team in the region.
I think they are. Yeah. I mean, outside of maybe Catholic, I mean, I think they probably are. I mean, you got Carly Floyd, 18.6 points per game. Anna Miller at 17 a game. Ella Larkin at 12.6 points per game. And Coach Ellis, man, he got it rolling last year. Now he's got a full gambit of weapons. I really like McLean County.
He does not give enough credit for the job he's done in his 2nd year there, because last year, Miller literally gets hurt, 3 days before the start of the
and you're thinking it's going to be a 3 or 4 win season.
Yeah, and he gets that team to the regional tournament. Now you get Miller back healthy, and you add her with Floyd and Larkin. I mean, this team is loaded.
I think they're trying to fly under the radar.
No, you can't fly under the radar.
They really want to, and here we are. I'm just blasting them. Like, you know what, guys? You're not flying under the radar. You're good. I mean, everybody sees it. You can't hide over there.
I'm like you. I think Grayson and McLean are legit. Now, they're going to play some games. I know they got Davis County coming
and Hancock at the Sports Center on Saturday for the Lady Cougars. So
yeah, and I mean, I want to see what that game looks like. And I'm not that if they lose that game, then you take them out being a contender. But you will say, I think it's a measuring. I think they're right there, maybe right there leading the second group. If you go up there and you beat Davis County, I mean, there you go. I'm like you. I'm bullish on this team.
I'm going to get myself in trouble with the next comment that I'm going to make. Who won the 3rd region title in the girls' basketball?
Davis County did.
How many games has Davis County lost this year?
None.
Why are they not number 1?
Well, I mean, I don't know if last year has anything to do with this year because it's a new team. I mean, they are undefeated.
They have the best player in the region.
Possibly.
Yeah, they do.
She's right there.
They have the best player in the region. They're 4-0. They beat Muhlenberg. They beat Meade. They beat Owensboro, and they beat Ohio County. And Kennedy Lane at 22-10. Right.
I didn't see that coming.
22-10.
I didn't go. I didn't see her.
Zoe Bean. Who's going to rebound the ball?
I didn't see
the
Kennedy
scorer's going to go rebound
taking
the ball.
over the rebounding from Zoe Bean.
Yeah, and and that's just. I voted you number 1, Davis County. I know I call the Lady Aces games. And here's the thing. We'll get to that in a second. I want to highlight Riley Hayden at 15.3 points per game. And they've got a week, man. We're going to learn, right? I've been wrong about a lot of things.
Breck tonight.
Won't be the first time. But you got Breck tonight. Logan Thursday, and then McLean Saturday.
So you're going to play
two
of the top
educational week.
Going to play two of the top 6 teams, and if you go 2-0, then I'm putting them at number 1 next time.
There you go. So there you go, Davis County. I definitely had to get that in for the Lady Panthers. But at number 1,
well, the problem was I think they'd have been 1, and Brad Payne didn't even have had him on the list. Like he didn't even have him in the top 10. That was the problem. He got no points out of Brad Payne.
I'll tell you who Brad did go to war for. Breckenridge County.
He did.
He just left Davis County out in the cold.
He did.
He was arguing with us about Breck. But
he didn't have Davis County in his top 10. That's his flag. There you go. That's his problem. Put him on blast
because he's not here to defend
There
himself.
You go.
Let's move it to number 1. That's where Owensboro. I got no beef with it really. Owensboro Catholic has played an incredible schedule.
Yes.
I mean, you penalize them for those 3 losses at your peril.
You lost to Castle, and you just talked about how good Castle was. Good. Sacred Heart.
Yeah, and Sioux Falls, South Dakota. No, Michael Robertson's just scouring the globe for opponents.
Well,
nobody. He's like, the 3rd region. We'll get to that later. Let's go play everybody across the nation for the first month.
I'll say this: there's nobody in the top 10 that has better wins than Catholic. When you look at both the teams they beat in that tournament out there,
Tipton, Missouri,
they were in their top 10 in Missouri.
Kansas squad
was top 5 in Kansas. So I mean, they go out and play everybody. I think next week they're playing the DeSoto, Texas, and they're also playing like Eugene,
Clarksville
Oregon.
Christian.
Yeah, I mean,
they're Princeton, Indiana next week. I mean, they just don't come back to the Bluegrass very often, but they do play a really
Try
tough
scheduling
schedule.
games for K-News, and you want to schedule some girls' games. They never play at home.
No, we'll get them. We'll catch up with them in January.
Everybody gets Catholic crap about, hey, it's played the regional tournament, it's played on their home floor. There's teams out here in the region that play more home games at the Sports Center than Catholic does.
Yeah, that's probably
no,
true.
it is.
Yeah, especially
like last year they played like 6 games there.
Yeah, McLean will have played more at the end of this week than Catholic has there all season so far. So there is that. Manahan leads the way with 16. Muncie had leading 13. Layla Martin with 11. Katie Hagan with 10. So it's a group effort. And I
do want to give a thing because we talked about this on Media Day. So whenever something happens that comes out on Media Day, especially when you're joking about it and it's changed, I got to give credit where credit's due.
Okay.
So they had the first Michael Robertson coaches show, a couple weeks, a week ago? A week ago from, tomorrow. And when I walked in there, he was like, the Muncies were there. There was quite a few Catholic, that great crowd there. And Muncie's mom was like, hey, she's playing defense. So I asked Michael Robertson, he's like, she is absolutely playing defense. It's gotten so much better. So I'm here to tell you that she is the first Muncie in the entire Muncie line that's ever played a lick of defense, and I'm proud of her.
That's awesome.
That she has moved over. She has changed, generational change that a Muncie can play defense.
She can sit down at the Christmas table and tell her whole family
she's the defensive player of the family, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I love it, man. I love it. Catholics won. It's going to be fun to follow all season long. We're going to pause it right there for Karen Gross, realtor with Remax Professional Realty Group. Your dream is her mission. You can give her a call at 270-315-9810 or find her at KarenGross.net. It's live at 5, 1027 The Game.
Give your family and friends a jump start on their journey to better health in the new year with a gift card from the Owensboro Health Park. Gift cards can be used for membership or enrollment fees, play park visits, locker rentals, massages, or other health park services. Purchase gift cards in any dollar amount at the welcome desk of the Owensboro Health Park, located on Ford Avenue in Owensboro. And give the gift of health and wellness.
For over 35 years, Owensboro Garage Doors has been serving the tri-state area. We have exciting news. Our state-of-the-art showroom and design center is now open on Saturdays from 9 to noon. That's right. You can now visit us on Saturdays at 708 Breckenridge Street. Our team of experts are committed to providing exceptional designs and service. Owensboro Garage Door offers a wide variety of custom garage door options to ensure your garage door fits your unique needs and style. With the best service, parts, and prices, Owensboro Garage Doors will be your go-to for life.
Hey, it's Johnny Calhoun of Calhoun's Barbershop. Come see us at 452 East 18th Street. We're here early, Monday through Friday, 7 to 5:30, Saturday, 7 to noon. And as always, we don't want to be everybody's barber. We just want to be your barber at Calhoun's Barbershop.
Looking for a financial partner you can trust? Look no further than Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a new home, or need a loan, we've got you covered with competitive rates and personalized service. Join the community that cares about your financial well-being. Visit Greener Area Federal Credit Union at one of our 3 locations in Henderson, Greenville, or Owensboro and experience the difference today. Your money, your future, your credit union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
John Moore here with the Moore Automotive Team. The end-of-year deals are happening now, and we're focused on making your car buying experience fast and easy. With our 5-day exchange policy and e-sign delivery, you can truly buy with confidence. We can even deliver the vehicle to you. So if you're ready to take advantage of the year-end savings, start at moredeals.com or visit us at any of our locations. From our family to yours, happy holidays.
And now, more Live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
Live at 5 brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner, Vic Evans here in the Floor Concept Studios. Got a text on the Green River Area Federal Credit Union text line. I just want to say I appreciate the compliment. Said there's no doubt that Stephen A. is the worst producer in the area for radio. So I appreciate that.
That's why the computer's on this side for the live stream.
I don't know.
All you have to do is push 3 buttons.
We won Show of the Year in spite of that.
There you go. I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that happened.
Good PR team.
Yeah, no doubt.
Great PR team. That's how it happens.
Oh, that's
Dime
it.
made us look good on the PR.
That's turned it all around, man. But I'm not going to go PR. I'm not going to let you go there. I'm not letting you talk about Jason Mays. I don't want to.
Clown show.
I'm trying to 8 minutes to go in the show.
I cheated, but I'm the victim.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a good look. No one knows what we're talking about. Jason Mays, the coach that got let go or whatever happened.
The more he speaks, the bigger clown he comes off as. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, man, come on. Come on, man. Just own it, man. I think everybody would respect it more if you just owned it. But
a whole lot more.
But let's go. There's a basketball happening around the area.
Yes.
Jason May's not involved tonight. Butler County's at Apollo tonight. Butler's struggling, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely turning the page from a senior group that dominated that program for 4 years, even going all the way back to when they were freshmen. I mean, it was a group that had a lot of influence. So when you see that, and that's kind of what we talked about with Breck, it was like that class was so with the girls, was so strong that it kind of weeded out the underclass.
The classes behind it, and Butler, I'm sure, you had all those seniors that had been starting since they were sophomores.
Yeah.
And people that are on the freshmen or even 8th graders, when they get into high school, they're like, their thought, and this is, it's kind of the day and age where when the going gets tough, we decide to go somewhere else.
100%.
It's like, well, I'm not going to play because I'm never ever going to be able to be a starter until I'm a junior or I'm a senior. And so it's just a complete rebuild mode.
Yeah, Edmondson's at Fort Knox, like them there. Good third region matchup. How about Grayson having to travel to Breck tonight? And that's a game that Grayson will be heavily favored in, but anytime you go to beautiful scenic Harnett, it's a tough place to go win.
I mean, they all may foul out.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know at Breck.
You got Hancock at Cloverport. Owensboro's at Muhlenberg. Owensboro seeking their first win, and Muhlenberg playing really well.
They are, and then something to look at. Owensboro's really off to a tough start, but from everything we heard, the football guys, this is their first game back. Now, it doesn't mean that they're going to go down to Muhlenberg and win. I just want to see if the products do we see something in the future as a football guys get into basketball shape.
Yeah, I don't know. Can they make an impact in the first game? I mean, talent-wise, yes, but it's like the flow of the offense.
I'm just talking about, but you're going to be able to look out there and be like, okay, now all of a sudden these two guys, give them another month and look out for this team.
Like last night we're calling, Jermel Carruthers. And I mean, people are going to slam.
He almost had a triple-double last night.
People are going to slam me for this, man. But I watch his game, and I just see tidbits of Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
The dude can pass the basketball.
Well, I think he had, 14 points, 9 boards, 9 assists.
If you put him on the block,
hold
he'll go rebound.
Hold on. Are you surprised Dremel Carruthers can pass?
No.
He just threw for more yards than he could.
That's what me and Chris were talking about. It was like, but the court vision's different than field vision. It just is, and he has unbelievable vision.
He just has vision.
He's a great player, man.
No.
I mean, Catholic's going to be good this year. I mean, give them time. They're going to be right there at the top of that second tier we talked about. McLean in Ohio tonight. Briggins is going over there to take on Lynham. No trampolines involved.
That's what we heard. He may have banned them from the
banned from McLean County tonight. Briggins one night only. Should be a good one over there. And then Davis
That'll
County.
Be on 97X. Compliments of Katie Guntherman Shelter Insurance.
Is it the girls and the boys?
Yes, doubleheader tonight, 6 o'clock. As we go off the air, you can flip over to 97X, and Jalen Darty and Griff Gray will have it for you.
Love it, man. And Davis County's at Trinity out at the Horn Center tonight. And Trinity's been playing well to start the year, but that's a buzzsaw. This would
be about like Chaminade beating Virginia with Ralph Sampson back in like 83.
David and Goliath.
Yeah, this is what this would be, 82, 83, whenever that happened. This would be Chaminade. And listen, I love Brad Payne, but I'm pulling for Chaminade tonight.
Well, we got 5 minutes left. The Steelers beat the Dolphins last night.
Yep.
Right? So Dolphins are eliminated. Is McDaniel back for them?
Yes.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I think so. I don't think Ross wants to pay the money. The best part
There's
about
nothing they can really do with Tua.
No, but the best part about I think what they've done though is that look, they've been playing a lot better until last night when they struggled.
They have.
The best thing they've done is they've gotten away from it being Tua's team.
Yeah.
Running the ball a lot more.
That's right.
H.N. is having a tremendous season.
Yeah, you got him on your squad. He won your fantasy game.
Yeah, I was down with going into the fourth quarter, and I was like, man, they're not going to run the football because they're down 20. But they got him in the passing game.
Well, I thought that's what Dolphins were going to be when he went there, and they kind of let it be to his team.
And I think
I don't want to talk the whole.
I think McDaniel will be back.
Yeah, I think I would lean towards giving him another opportunity and maybe focus more on the run game and take kind of do what the Packers do to protect Love. I would kind of do that with Tua. I think Tua could be Love. I do. If you make him say, hey man, we just need you to make 10 big throws for us a game. That's
throw it 18 to 20 times a game.
Yeah, so I think that's the identity of McDaniel is back. On the other side, man, Aaron Rodgers is looking better. Coming off that injury, since then he's looked good. The Steelers are there at 8-6.
Are they a scary team if they make the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers?
The AFC's wide open.
I think
I'm
so,
telling
too.
you right now, the AFC is flat out wide open. If somebody can get hot down the stretch,
if DK Metcalf will play like he did last night, then they can make damage.
I don't disagree. They're at Detroit, at Cleveland, and then Baltimore. They're on the schedule, and they've got a 1-game lead on Baltimore.
But my understanding is basically they can lose the first 2 games as long as they beat Baltimore, because then they would be tied and they have the tiebreaker. So there you go.
And Baltimore's got New England, at Green Bay, and then they may not win another game.
No.
I don't think Baltimore wins another game.
Can you imagine if I told you before the season started that the Bills wouldn't be the 1 seed, the Chiefs would be out of the playoffs, and maybe the Ravens would be out of the playoffs along with the Lions? That's why the NFL is the best sport to watch.
That's why when we do
because
the predictions,
you don't have like a Dodgers or Yankees that you can automatically put in the playoffs.
This happens every year, and every year come prediction time, all the main outlets out there have all the same teams. It just never goes that way. Now, I don't think anybody could have predicted that crazy of a fall off. We're talking about 3 of the 4 best teams in football, not making the playoffs last year.
Injuries have a lot to do with it too in the NFL, and the Lions have been beat up. And
I ain't giving you that this time. No,
I know. No, they haven't played well.
Last year,
they haven't played
I'll give
well.
You that. I think the coordinators had a bigger and the offensive line.
Well, they played much better offensively when Dan Campbell took over.
We got 2 minutes. Let's look at the NFC North because Chicago's 10-4.
Mm-hmm.
They got the Packers, the Niners, and the Lions.
They're going 0-3.
I don't know that I disagree. The Packers, they're half a game back. They got Chicago. If they beat them, they'll have the tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be detrimental if they beat
I think
Chicago.
that game's at Green Bay, isn't it?
No, it's at Chicago.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. They're still losing.
They got at Chicago, Baltimore, at Minnesota, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, and then at Minnesota, I should say, and then at Chicago.
Here's my prediction.
I don't know how that's gonna play out,
Bears go 0-3. Detroit gets hot, goes 3-0, makes the playoff. The Bears are out.
Yeah, I think that's probably it. So who you saying? So the they're 2 games back. So you think the Packers win the division, the Lions get the wild card, and the Bears are out?
That's my prediction.
If I had to bet, I would bet that too. But man, Ben Johnson just keeps proving us wrong.
He does.
Time in and time out. Taylor's playing a little bit better.
The Packers own the Bears, though. The 49ers keep winning games. They have no business. If it comes down to that last game, I think the last game is at the Lions. Is it at Chicago?
The Lions are at Chicago.
It will be. I think that game comes down to a playoff game.
And the Lions destroyed them the first time.
Going to do it again.
This week, must-see TV, Bears and Packers. They hate each other. Hey, man, we'll have you covered tomorrow from the Owensboro Sports Center leading into Kentucky, Wesleyan, Illinois, Springfield. Everybody enjoy their Tuesday night. We'll see you tomorrow live at 5.
You've been listening to Live at 5 on 102.7 The Game. Special thanks to Foreman Watson Hultree for sponsoring the preceding broadcast. FWHlegal.com. Tune in next time for Live at 5 on 102.7 The Game.